The African Savanna, a realm where the horizon stretches endlessly and the very air shimmers with the promise of life and the threat of hardship. It is a land of immense scale and breathtaking beauty, where the first rays of dawn ignite the grasslands in gold and amber, and the last light of dusk bathes the plains in a gentle, haunting glow. An endless sea of grass stretches to the horizon, dotted with acacia trees that stand like lonely sentinels, their silhouettes etched against the sky, offering rare shade and shelter to those who seek it. This is a world governed by the sun and the rain, where the elements themselves are both creators and destroyers, shaping every life that calls this place home. Its character is defined by two starkly different seasons, each bringing its own trials and its own opportunities, each demanding a unique set of skills and instincts from the creatures that dwell here. Life here exists in a perpetual cycle of feast and famine, a rhythm as old as the land itself. Herds of wildebeest, zebra, and antelope move in great waves, their migrations a testament to the relentless search for food and water. When the rains arrive, the parched earth drinks deeply, cracks vanishing as the soil swells with new life. The scent of wet earth fills the air and the promise of abundance stirs every living thing. The landscape transforms into a vibrant, lush green paradise. Grass shoots up almost overnight, and wildflowers burst into bloom, painting the plains with color. Water is plentiful, and the once brown grasses grow thick and nourishing, providing a banquet for the great herds that roam these plains. Antelope graze with heads down, their bodies sleek and strong, while wildebeest calves frolic in the safety of numbers. This is a time of abundance, a time for new life and relative ease. Calves and fawns are born in staggering numbers, their mothers vigilant, ever watchful for the dangers that still lurk in the grass. But this period of plenty is fleeting. The clouds thin, the rains grow scarce, and a subtle tension returns to the air. The rains eventually cease, and the sun reclaims its dominion with unrelenting force. The dry season begins, and the land braces for hardship. The vibrant green fades to a brittle, sun-bleached yellow. Grass withers and the once lush plains become a patchwork of dust and shadow. The temperature soars, often exceeding 37 degrees Celsius. Heat shimmers above the ground, distorting the air and sapping the strength of all who move beneath the sun. Waterholes shrink and then disappear altogether, leaving behind cracked mud flats. The search for water becomes a daily ordeal, and every remaining pool is fiercely contested. The nourishing grasses wither, turning to little more than dust. Grazers must wander farther, risking exhaustion and exposure to predators. For the animals of the savanna, this is the time of greatest struggle. Zebras and antelope grow thin, their ribs showing as they search for the last scraps of green. Elephants, wise and resourceful, dig deep into the earth with their trunks, unearthing hidden water for themselves and for others. Antelope nibble at the sparse grass, ever wary of what might be lurking nearby. The air grows heavy with heat, and the ever-present threat of hunger and thirst. Animals cluster in the shade of trees, conserving energy, their eyes scanning for both danger and opportunity. Survival becomes a daily, hourly battle fought under a merciless sky. Lions pant in the shade, conserving strength for the hunt, while wildebeest trek across the plains, driven by instinct and desperation. This dramatic shift between wet and dry seasons is the engine that drives life on the savanna. It is a cycle that demands adaptation, resilience, and cunning. It dictates the rhythm of birth, death, and migration. Herds move in vast columns, following ancient routes etched into memory by generations past. Every creature, from the smallest insect burrowing into the cool earth to the largest elephant striding across the plains, must adapt to this powerful, recurring pattern. Some burrow deep to escape the heat, others change their feeding habits, and many embark on epic journeys in search of survival. Predators and prey alike are bound by its rules. Lions and cheetahs sharpen their senses, waiting for the moment when hunger and opportunity collide. The abundance of the rainy season allows for the raising of young. Lionesses nurture their cubs in the tall grass, while wildebeest calves find safety in the heart of the herd. Bodies are fattened, reserves built up in preparation for the hardships to come. Every mouthful of grass, every drop of water, is a precious investment in the future. The scarcity of the dry season tests the limits of endurance, weeding out the weak. The old and the young, the sick and the slow, fall behind, claimed by hunger or by the ever-watchful eyes of predators. Only the strongest and most resourceful will survive to see the rains return once more. The survivors are those who adapt, who endure, who find a way when all seems lost. This is the fundamental pulse of the savanna. A heartbeat that echoes in every living creature, in every blade of grass, in every drop of water. The landscape itself becomes a character in this grand drama, shaping destinies and forging legends in the crucible of feast and famine. During the rains, the soft earth and tall grasses offer cover for a stalking predator or a hiding fawn. Every shadow conceals a secret, every rustle a potential threat. It is a world of secrets and sudden ambushes where survival depends on the ability to vanish or to strike without warning. In the dry season, the open, barren ground offers no place to hide. Prey animals stand exposed, their every movement watched by hungry eyes. Every movement is exposed, every drama plays out in the open. The chase is swift, brutal, and often final. The lack of cover makes hunting more difficult for predators who must rely on sheer power or speed. Cheetahs explode into motion, their bodies built for the chase, while lions use teamwork and patience to outwit their prey. For the prey, the lack of vegetation means traveling vast distances in search of sustenance, a journey that exposes them to danger every step of the way. Each migration is a test of memory, endurance, and luck. The very ground beneath their feet changes the rules of the game. Every hoofprint, every paw mark tells a story of struggle, adaptation, and the unbreakable will to survive in this land of feast and famine. Driven by the ancient rhythms of the dry season, one of nature's most spectacular and intricate events begins to unfold. This is the Great Migration, a living river of life that surges across the vast Serengeti and Masai Mara. It is a relentless, circular journey of almost 2,000 miles, a ceaseless odyssey shaped by the search for sustenance and survival. Over 1 million wildebeest, accompanied by hundreds of thousands of zebras and gazelles, surge forward in a synchronized movement, their hooves drumming a thunderous rhythm into the earth. There is no single leader to guide them. Instead, the herd moves as one, each animal responding to subtle cues from its neighbors. Compelled by a collective primal instinct, they press onward, their determination etched into every stride. The herds are in constant search of water and fresh pastures, their survival dependent on the seasonal rains that transform the landscape. The dust they raise billows into the sky, a brown cloud visible for miles, marking the passage of this immense living tide. This is not a gentle procession, it is a desperate, thundering stampede for survival, where every step is a battle against exhaustion and fear. The journey is fraught with peril at every turn, treacherous terrain, searing heat, and the ever-present threat of predators. The sheer number of animals offers some protection, but it is no guarantee of safety. The herd is a swirling mass of tension, each individual alert to the dangers that lurk at the edges. Predators are drawn to this moving feast. Lions, hyenas, and cheetahs shadow the herds, their senses attuned to any sign of weakness. These hunters patrol the flanks, constantly testing the herd's defenses, seeking any opportunity to strike. The old, the sick, and the very young are most at risk. Any individual separated from the crowd becomes a target in this unforgiving landscape. Every day of the march is a gauntlet, a test of endurance and vigilance. The constant stress and exhaustion take their toll, yet the herd must press on, driven by the promise of life-giving rain and grass. To stop is to surrender to the drought and to certain death, as the relentless sun withers the land behind them. Their survival depends entirely on reaching the greener lands to the north, where new life awaits. One of the greatest obstacles on this epic journey is the Mara River, a formidable barrier teeming with hidden dangers. Its steep, muddy banks and fast-flowing currents challenge even the strongest swimmers, while the weak risk being swept away. Panic ripples through the herd as they gather at the crossing points, the air thick with tension and the scent of fear. Beneath the surface, Africa's largest and most patient predators, the Nile crocodiles, wait in silence. These ancient reptiles have been waiting for this moment, their bodies perfectly adapted for ambush. Almost invisible in the murky water, they remain motionless, poised to strike as soon as the herds commit to the crossing. For the crocodiles, the migration is an annual banquet, a time of unparalleled opportunity to secure a meal that will sustain them for months. The moment the first wildebeest leaps into the water, chaos erupts, instinct and desperation driving the herd forward. The river becomes a churning mass of flailing limbs, desperate bodies, and snapping jaws, as the struggle for survival reaches its peak. Crocodiles strike with explosive power, dragging their victims under the surface in a maelstrom of water and violence. Many animals drown in the sheer panic and confusion of the crossing, their bodies swept away by the relentless current, feeding the river and its inhabitants. Yet, despite the terrible losses, the majority of the herd emerges on the far bank, battered but alive, ready to continue their journey. This incredible migration is not just a story of survival, it is a vital process that shapes the entire ecosystem. The migrating herds graze the plains, their hooves aerating the soil, and their dung fertilizing the earth, ensuring the renewal of the grasslands and supporting countless other species, from insects to birds to scavengers. Scavengers such as vultures and jackals thrive on the remains left behind, while flocks of birds follow the herds, feeding on disturbed insects and seeds. The migration forges complex relationships. Zebras and wildebeest graze together, each benefiting from the other's presence, while gazelles take advantage of the newly exposed shoots. Even the smallest creatures like dung beetles and soil microbes play their part, breaking down waste and enriching the land for the next cycle of life. The Great Migration is a living engine of renewal, a testament to the interconnectedness of all life on the plains, and a spectacle of endurance, cooperation, and the unbreakable will to survive. On the endless plains of the African savanna, the lion stands as the undisputed ruler. Unique among big cats, lions are truly social, and this intricate social structure is the foundation of their power. They live in family groups known as prides, where every member has a role to play. A pride is a complex society, usually made up of several related lionesses, their cubs, and one or two resident males. At the heart of the pride are the lionesses. They are the main hunters, the providers, and the guardians of the next generation. Sisters, mothers, and daughters, the lionesses are bound by blood and a shared duty to ensure the pride's survival. Their teamwork allows them to hunt prey much larger and stronger than any single lion could manage alone. Each hunt is a display of strategy and flawless coordination. Most hunts begin at dusk, when the dimming light offers the perfect cover. The lionesses spread out, using subtle body language and signals to communicate silently. They form a crescent, slowly and quietly encircling their chosen target, perhaps a lone buffalo or a wandering zebra. The goal is to create confusion and drive the prey toward an ambush, where the strongest hunters wait. Every lioness has a specific role in the hunt. Some begin the chase, while others hold back, ready to strike at the perfect moment. This remarkable teamwork is not just instinctive, it is taught, passed down from mother to daughter through generations of successful hunts. While the lionesses are the pride's hunters, the male lion's role is equally vital. He is the guardian, defending the pride and its territory from rivals. His imposing size and magnificent mane are symbols of strength and dominance. His main duty is to patrol the boundaries, roaring into the night to warn off intruders. His presence offers protection, allowing the lionesses to hunt and raise their cubs in safety. The resident male has exclusive mating rights, ensuring his lineage continues. Yet his reign is often brief and fiercely contested. He must constantly defend his position against younger, stronger challengers seeking to take his place. Life in the pride is a relentless struggle, marked by conflict and competition. When a new male takes over, it is a violent and dramatic event. The victorious newcomer will often kill the existing cubs in the pride. This harsh act serves a biological purpose. It brings the lionesses back into season, allowing the new male to father his own cubs and secure his legacy. For the lionesses, it is a heartbreaking loss, but accepting the new leader is essential for the pride's future. From the careful training of cubs to the fierce defense of territory, every moment in the pride's life is a testament to the challenges and triumphs of survival at the top of the food chain. While the lion rules through social power, another great cat thrives in the shadows. This is the leopard, the master of stealth and solitude. Unlike the lion, the leopard lives and hunts alone, moving silently through its vast, secretive domain. It is a ghost of the savanna, a creature of immense patience and cunning, rarely seen but always present. Its coat, a beautiful tapestry of rosettes, provides the perfect camouflage, allowing it to melt into the dappled light of the bush or the branches of a tree, vanishing from sight in an instant. The leopard relies not on coordinated attacks but on a perfectly executed ambush, using the landscape to its advantage. It can spend hours, even days, stalking a single prey animal, moving with calculated precision. Waiting for the precise moment to strike with silent, deadly efficiency, the leopard's patience is legendary. The leopard's hunting strategy is one of pure opportunism combined with incredible strength, adapting to whatever the environment offers. It is not a picky eater and will hunt anything from insects and rodents to antelope and warthogs, taking advantage of every opportunity. Its success lies in its ability to get astonishingly close to its prey without being detected, using every shadow and every whisper of wind. It moves low to the ground, its body a study in controlled tension, every muscle primed for the final burst. Placing each paw with deliberate care, the leopard leaves barely a trace of its passage. The final rush is explosive and brief, a blur of power and precision. Once a kill is made, the leopard faces another challenge, protecting its meal from other more powerful predators like lions and hyenas, who are always ready to steal a hard-won prize, forcing the leopard to act quickly and decisively. To solve this problem, the leopard possesses almost unbelievable power for its size, able to lift and carry heavy prey. It is capable of hoisting a carcass, sometimes weighing up to 3 times its own body weight, high up into the branches of a tree, out of reach of most rivals. This incredible feat of strength allows the leopard to secure its food in a natural larder, far from the reach of ground-based scavengers, ensuring its survival in a world of constant competition. Up in the safety of the branches, it can feed at its leisure for several days undisturbed and secure. This ability to store food is a crucial survival advantage, especially in an environment where every meal is hard-won and fiercely contested. The trees are the leopard's sanctuary and its dining room, a place of safety and solitude. The solitary nature of the leopard means that its life is one of constant vigilance, always alert to danger. It must navigate a world filled with larger, more aggressive competitors, marking its territory with scent and claw marks. The leopard's territory can span many kilometers, overlapping with others, yet fiercely defended when threatened. A mother leopard must leave her cubs hidden for long periods while she hunts, trusting in their camouflage and silence. For the young, these are times of great vulnerability, as danger lurks at every turn. She teaches them the vital skills of stalking, killing, and climbing, lessons essential for survival in solitude. Each cub must learn to hunt and fend for itself, preparing for a life spent alone. The leopard is the ultimate survivor, bearing the scars of battles fought in silence. A testament to the power of stealth, strength, and adaptability, it thrives where others might fail. It is a silent, elusive presence moving through the night unseen and unheard. A beautiful and deadly phantom of the African plains, the solitary leopard endures, forever a shadow, forever a survivor. In the vast, sun-drenched grasslands where shadows are few and hiding places are rare, a unique predator has evolved to master the art of survival through sheer velocity. This is the cheetah, nature's ultimate sprinter, a creature whose entire existence is defined by the desperate gamble of speed. The cheetah is the fastest land animal on Earth, capable of reaching breathtaking speeds that no other predator can match. Every muscle, tendon, and bone in its body is engineered for acceleration. Its slender frame, deep chest, and long limbs are all optimized for explosive movement. The cheetah's long, flexible spine acts like a spring, allowing its body to stretch and contract with each stride, while oversized nostrils, a powerful heart, and massive lungs flood its muscles with oxygen. In a mere 3 seconds, the cheetah can surge from a standstill to over 60 miles per hour, a feat unmatched in the animal kingdom. Its long, muscular tail acts as a counterbalance, whipping from side to side to stabilize the cheetah as it makes razor-sharp turns at breakneck speed, pursuing prey that zigzags desperately to escape. Unlike lions or leopards, the cheetah cannot rely on stealth or brute force. Its strategy is a calculated risk, a high-speed chase in broad daylight where every second counts. The hunt is a spectacle of raw athleticism, a heart-pounding race where the cheetah must close the gap before its own body betrays it. Each pursuit is a gamble. If the cheetah fails, it wastes precious energy. If it succeeds, it must still defend its prize. Its preferred targets are the swift and nimble Thompson's gazelles, whose own speed and agility make them worthy adversaries. The cheetah's keen eyesight scans the horizon from a termite mound, searching for the slightest movement that betrays a potential victim. It creeps low through the grass, inching closer, every muscle tensed for the explosive launch. When the moment comes, the cheetah erupts into a sprint, its body a blur of motion and intent. The chase is a desperate dash, muscles straining, heart pounding, lungs burning, as predator and prey hurtle across the open plain. The cheetah has only seconds to close the distance and trip its quarry, or the opportunity is lost. But this incredible burst of speed comes at a steep price. The cheetah's body overheats rapidly, its temperature soaring to dangerous levels as it pushes the limits of endurance. It cannot sustain this pace for more than a few heartbeats. Within a minute, the chase must end, one way or another. If the prey escapes, the cheetah collapses, utterly spent, the gamble lost. Failure means not just hunger, but a dangerous depletion of energy reserves. After such exertion, the cheetah is left vulnerable, its body racked with exhaustion. Its rapid heartbeat and labored breathing can take up to half an hour to return to normal. During this critical recovery, the cheetah is defenseless, unable to flee or fight if danger approaches. Every ounce of energy has been spent in the chase, leaving nothing for self-defense. This vulnerability makes every hunt a perilous wager. Even when the cheetah succeeds, the struggle is not over. The scent of a fresh kill quickly attracts other predators, lions, hyenas, and jackals, drawn by the promise of an easy meal. The cheetah's lightweight frame and delicate jaws, perfect for speed, are no match for the brute strength of these rivals. Larger carnivores often watch from afar, waiting for the moment to strike. When they move in, the exhausted cheetah is powerless to defend its hard-won prize. Forced to retreat, it must watch as others feast on the meal it risked everything to catch. Up to half of all cheetah kills are stolen by scavengers, a staggering loss that forces the cheetah to gamble again and again. For the cheetah, survival is a relentless cycle of risk and reward, a desperate gamble played out on the open plains, where speed is both its greatest weapon and its greatest vulnerability. In the vast expanse of the African savanna, the spotted hyena is often overshadowed by its reputation as a scavenger. Yet, this remarkable predator is among the most successful and adaptable hunters in its environment, thriving where many others struggle. The image of the hyena as a mere opportunist is misleading. Its true nature is far more complex and impressive. While hyenas will scavenge when the opportunity presents itself, they are also highly skilled hunters, capable of bringing down large prey through coordinated effort and relentless pursuit. More than 70% of their meals are earned through their own hunting prowess, a testament to their efficiency and determination. The secret to their success lies not in stealth or speed, but in their extraordinary intelligence, intricate social structures, and unmatched endurance. Spotted hyenas are the endurance specialists of the plains, able to maintain a steady pace for hours as they track and wear down their quarry. Living in large, tightly knit clans that can number up to 80 individuals, hyenas form some of the most complex social groups among carnivores. These clans are matriarchal, led by a dominant female whose authority shapes the structure and stability of the group. Females are larger and more assertive than males, guiding the clan in both hunting strategies and the defense of territory. Communication within the clan is highly sophisticated, with each member contributing to the collective knowledge and coordination of the group. A rich repertoire of vocalizations, whoops, giggles, groans, and more enables hyenas to relay information, coordinate hunts, and maintain social bonds across great distances. This constant exchange of signals allows the clan to function as a unified and highly effective hunting force, capable of taking down prey much larger than themselves, including adult wildebeest and Cape buffalo. The hunt is a test of endurance and teamwork, with hyenas relying on persistence rather than speed to outlast their prey. Instead of a brief explosive chase, hyenas single out a target and pursue it relentlessly, sometimes for miles until exhaustion sets in. Working in shifts, clan members take turns harrying their quarry, ensuring it has no chance to recover. The strategy is simple but effective. Wear down the prey until it can no longer flee. Though not the fastest, hyenas excel at maintaining a relentless pace, a key to their hunting success. Eventually the exhausted animal succumbs, unable to continue, and the clan claims its reward. It is this blend of cooperation, intelligence, and stamina that makes the hyena clan a dominant force in the ecosystem. The hyena's physical adaptations are equally impressive. Its jaws are among the strongest of any carnivore, capable of crushing even the densest bones. Massive jaw muscles and robust teeth allow hyenas to consume nearly every part of a carcass, ensuring that little is wasted in the harsh savanna. This unique ability grants access to nutrients locked within bones, which are often left behind by other predators. The organized strength of the clan enables hyenas to challenge and displace other predators such as leopards and even small groups of lions from their kills. Within the intricate web of savanna life, the spotted hyena stands as a powerful and essential competitor, shaping the balance of the ecosystem through its intelligence, cooperation, and adaptability. For every hunter on the savanna, there is a potential victim, and for every potential victim, there is a strategy for survival. The herbivores of Africa have evolved a remarkable arsenal of defenses to counter the constant threat of predation. They are not simply passive targets. They are powerful, intelligent, and well-equipped adversaries. Take the Cape buffalo, for instance. Weighing up to 2,000 pounds, it is a formidable opponent. When threatened, a herd of buffalo does not scatter in panic. Instead, they react like a trained army, forming a defensive wall of muscle, horn, and fury, with the vulnerable young protected in the center. A charging buffalo can hit with enough force to send a lion flying through the air. Height and sight provide another powerful defense. The giraffe, towering over 16 feet tall, uses its incredible stature as a natural watchtower. From its elevated vantage point, it can spot predators from miles away, giving it and other nearby animals an early warning of approaching danger. But its height is not just a passive defense. A giraffe's long, powerful legs, which are over 6 feet long, can deliver a kick with an astonishing 2,000 pounds of force. A single, well-aimed kick is capable of crushing a lion's skull, making an adult giraffe an extremely dangerous animal for any predator to attack. For other herbivores, speed and agility are the keys to survival. The zebra can run at speeds of up to 40 miles per hour, and its powerful hind legs can deliver bone-breaking kicks. For years it was thought their stripes were for confusing predators, but now it's believed they primarily serve to deter biting insects. The Thompson's gazelle, a favorite prey of the cheetah, can reach speeds of 55 miles per hour. It complements this speed with an unpredictable, zigzagging running style known as stotting, making it an incredibly difficult target to catch. These animals have turned the chase into an art form, pitting their endurance and maneuverability against the predator's speed. Even those that seem more vulnerable have developed surprising defenses. The warthog, though small, can sprint at 30 miles per hour and will turn to fight with ferocious courage when cornered, using its sharp, curved tusks to inflict serious wounds. The oryx possesses long, straight horns that it uses like deadly swords to impale an attacker. From the collective power of the herd to the individual weapons of horn, hoof, and tusk, the herbivores of the savanna are locked in an evolutionary arms race with their predators. They are walking fortresses, constantly adapting and refining their strategies in the timeless battle to survive another day. Beyond the headline dramas of lions and wildebeest, the savanna is alive with a multitude of creatures, each a master of survival in its own right. Here, every animal is shaped by the relentless demands of its environment, evolving remarkable adaptations to thrive where others might falter. Take the warthog, for example. With its bristly mane and tusked snout, it has carved out a niche as both grazer and digger, using its snout to root for bulbs and tubers hidden beneath the dry earth. Though often dismissed as comical, the warthog is a true survivor. Its calloused knees allow it to kneel while feeding, conserving energy and keeping a low profile from predators. When danger looms, the warthog's tail shoots up like a flag, a signal for its family to follow as they dash for safety. This simple gesture keeps the group united in the chaos of escape. Their speed is astonishing, and they dive headfirst into burrows, tusks outward, creating a formidable barrier against would-be attackers. These burrows, often abandoned by aardvarks, become life-saving fortresses. If cornered, the warthog transforms from prey to fierce defender, wielding its tusks with such ferocity that even leopards think twice before attacking. The warthog's keen senses and quick wits prove that survival is not always about size or strength, but about clever tactics and adaptability. Equally ingenious are the scavengers, the cleanup crew of the plains, who turn death into opportunity and keep the ecosystem in balance. Vultures, with their bald heads and powerful beaks, are perhaps the most vital of all. Their appearance is a product of evolution. Bare skin resists infection as they plunge into carcasses. Their eyesight is legendary, able to spot a meal from over 2 miles away. This acute vision is a result of specialized retinal cells, allowing them to detect the slightest movement or glint of flesh. High above, they ride thermals, circling in silent communication. Their presence signals to other scavengers that a feast awaits, creating a chain reaction across the savanna. The white-backed vulture with its hooked beak and strong neck muscles is perfectly designed to tear through tough hide and muscle, ensuring nothing goes to waste. Their stomachs contain acid so potent it destroys deadly bacteria and viruses, allowing them to consume diseased flesh that would be fatal to others. This adaptation halts the spread of disease across the plains. As nature's sanitation workers, Vultures prevent outbreaks of anthrax and rabies, quietly maintaining the health of the entire ecosystem. Far from being harbingers of doom, they are agents of renewal, clearing the way for new life to flourish. Even the smallest creatures have evolved extraordinary survival mechanisms. From insects that mimic leaves to rodents that store water in their bodies, adaptation is everywhere. The fennec fox, the tiniest of all foxes, sports enormous ears, an evolutionary marvel that serves two vital purposes. These ears act as sensitive radar dishes, picking up the faintest sounds of insects and rodents moving beneath the sand, turning the fox into a master hunter of the unseen. But they are also natural radiators, dispersing excess body heat and allowing the fox to remain active even in the searing desert sun. The Saharan horned viper has evolved a unique form of movement, sidewinding. By lifting parts of its body off the scorching sand, it minimizes contact and glides effortlessly across the dunes. This viper is an ambush specialist, burying itself beneath the sand with only its eyes and horn-like scales exposed. It waits motionless, perfectly camouflaged until unsuspecting prey comes within striking distance. Across the savanna, these unsung survivors reveal the astonishing diversity of evolutionary solutions to the challenges of life, each adaptation a testament to nature's ingenuity. The striped hyena, a solitary wanderer of arid lands, relies on powerful jaws to crush bone and extract every last nutrient. The caracal, with its signature tufted ears, uses them as a sophisticated sound system, swiveling to pinpoint the faintest rustle of prey in the grass. Every creature here is the product of countless generations of adaptation, with skills and instincts honed and passed down through millennia, ensuring survival in a world of constant change. In this grand theater of life, these remarkable survivors are the supporting cast, each as dramatic, as vital, and as extraordinary as the great predators and the vast herds that share their world. As the sun dips below the horizon, the African plains are bathed in a golden glow, shadows stretching across the land and the air thick with anticipation. Here the daily struggle for survival unfolds in a tapestry of interactions. The lion's pride, bound by intricate social ties, moves with purpose, each member playing a role in the hunt, their cooperation a testament to the power of unity. The leopard, a solitary master of stealth, glides through the tall grass, its every movement calculated, relying on patience and precision to secure its next meal. The cheetah, built for speed, explodes across the open plains, its pursuit of the fleet-footed gazelle a breathtaking display of evolutionary adaptation. Meanwhile, the wildebeest surge forward in endless migration, their numbers shaping the very rhythm of the land. The buffalo, ever vigilant, form a living fortress, their collective strength and alertness deterring even the boldest predators. Giraffes, towering above the grasslands, browse the treetops, shaping the landscape with every bite and providing shelter for countless smaller creatures. Every animal, from the apex predator to the tiniest insect, is a vital thread in this intricate web. Scavengers cleanse the plains, recycling nutrients, while herbivores shape the vegetation, and predators keep populations in check. This is an ecosystem in perpetual delicate balance. Each species, each interaction is a note in a wild symphony, harmonizing competition and cooperation. This equilibrium is the result of countless generations of adaptation and response. Predators shape the behavior and evolution of their prey, honing their senses and speed. The gazelle's swiftness is a direct answer to the relentless pursuit of the cheetah, each chase a test of survival and adaptation. The buffalo's formidable defenses have driven lions to develop complex strategies and teamwork, a constant interplay of strength and cunning. This evolutionary arms race has fostered a landscape of remarkable diversity and resilience where every adaptation is met with a counterbalance. The Great Migration is a living testament to this connection. As herds move across the land, they transfer nutrients, trample the soil, and shape the very face of the savanna. Their passage sparks the growth of new grass, renewing the plains and sustaining the cycle of life. Predators follow the herds, their fortunes rising and falling with the abundance of prey. Nothing exists in isolation. Every life is intertwined. Yet this ancient balance is exquisitely sensitive. The ecosystem is shaped by the timeless forces of drought, fire, and abundance. Seasons of rain bring renewal, while drought tests the endurance of all. Waterholes become arenas of competition, where predator and prey alike are drawn together by necessity. Wildfires sweep the plains, clearing old growth and making way for new life, while the parched earth of drought years challenges every creature's resolve. The balance is always shifting, always delicate. The survival of this web depends on the strength, speed, and adaptability of its inhabitants. The lion's roar echoes across the plains, a symbol of power and presence. The gazelle's leap is a celebration of life's urgency and grace. Each action, each reaction is a thread in the eternal tapestry. The stories of these ultimate predators and their resilient prey are woven into the very fabric of the savanna. They reveal a world of astonishing complexity, where even the smallest insect plays a role in the grand design. Every chase, every meal, every death is part of a cycle that sustains the whole. The eternal dance between hunter and hunted is the heartbeat of Africa. Preserving this kingdom of raw power and delicate connections is the work of nature itself. In the survival of this wild realm, the legacy of the natural world endures, an eternal balance, forever delicate, forever wild. Gap 3S. As the final rays of sunlight fade, the African savanna transforms into a realm of shadows and whispers. The day's heat gives way to a cool, enveloping darkness, and the landscape hums with the activity of its nocturnal inhabitants. Here, in the cover of night, a different set of hunters emerges, their lives hidden from the glare of the sun. Hyenas, often misunderstood and maligned, take on a new persona under the moon's glow. Known for their eerie, laughter-like calls, these resilient predators are masters of the night. Their keen senses of smell and hearing guide them through the darkness, where they communicate with complex vocalizations and scent markings. In the cover of night, hyenas reveal their true prowess, not just as scavengers, but as skilled hunters. Their powerful jaws and enduring stamina allow them to take down sizable prey, often working in coordinated packs to outmaneuver their targets. Gap 2S. In the dense underbrush, the solitary leopard stalks its territory. The leopard's nocturnal adaptations are a marvel of evolution. A reflective layer behind the retina enhances its night vision, making its eyes glow eerily in the dark. Silent and stealthy, the leopard uses the cover of darkness to approach its prey undetected. Each step is calculated, each pause measured. When the moment is right, it pounces with explosive force, relying on its powerful limbs and sharp claws to secure a meal. The night is its ally, concealing its movements and granting it an advantage over the unsuspecting. Gap 2S. Overhead, the silent flight of an owl marks another chapter in this nocturnal narrative. With feathers adapted to muffle sound, owls glide through the night air, their large forward-facing eyes and heightened auditory senses pinpointing the slightest movement below. They hunt with precision, their talons striking with deadly accuracy. Owls, like the other nocturnal predators, have evolved to exploit the darkness, their adaptations allowing them to thrive in an environment that is both challenging and rich with opportunity. Gap 2S. The interactions of these nocturnal predators are complex and dynamic. Hyenas and leopards often find themselves in a tense dance of competition and avoidance. Hyenas, with their numbers and tenacity, may attempt to steal a leopard's kill, leading to confrontations that are both fierce and fascinating. Yet these encounters are also a testament to the delicate balance of the ecosystem, where each predator plays a role in the grand design. Gap 2S. The rhythm of the night is punctuated by the calls and movements of these secretive hunters. Their lives are a testament to the adaptability and resilience of nature. In the darkness, they navigate a world that is as perilous as it is mysterious, each night a new chapter in their ongoing story of survival. Gap 2S. As dawn approaches, the activities of these nocturnal predators begin to wane. They retreat to their dens, tree limbs, and hidden perches, their nocturnal endeavors leaving subtle traces on the landscape. The sun rises, casting light on a world that has been shaped by their nightly pursuits. The cycle continues, a seamless transition from day to night, each period with its own cast of characters and dramas. Gap 2S. In the quiet moments before the day begins, the savanna holds its breath. The stories of the night's hunters are etched into the earth, a silent testament to the unseen battles and triumphs that sustain this wild and delicate balance. The secret lives of Africa's nocturnal predators are a reminder of the endless wonders that lie hidden in the shadows, waiting to be discovered by those who look beyond the light. Gap 2S. As the golden light of dawn begins to wash over the savanna, a different kind of survival story unfolds. A silent contest of concealment and deception. In this vast and unpredictable wilderness, the art of camouflage is a vital tool, wielded by both predator and prey in their daily struggle for survival. Gap 2S. For many, blending into the environment is the difference between life and death. The tawny coats of lions and cheetahs mirror the dry grasses, allowing them to approach their quarry with barely a ripple of movement. Their patterns, evolved over millennia, break up their outlines, transforming them into mere shadows amidst the landscape. This natural disguise is perfected by the leopard, whose rosette-spotted fur melts seamlessly into the dappled light of the forest and rocky outcrops, making it nearly invisible to unsuspecting eyes. Gap 2S. Prey animals too are masters of disguise. The impala's reddish-brown hide blends flawlessly with the sun-baked earth, while the cryptic stripes of zebras serve not only to confuse predators during a chase, but also to disrupt their shape when standing still in the tall grass. Even the smallest creatures, like the African leaf-tailed gecko, mimic the texture and color of bark and leaves, vanishing from view with astonishing precision. Gap 2S. Some species employ mimicry, adopting the appearance or behavior of others to avoid detection. The harmless African egg-eating snake, for example, mimics the pattern of the venomous puff adder, deterring would-be attackers with a bluff of danger. This illusion can mean the difference between being ignored and becoming a meal. Gap 2S. Stealth is more than just hiding, it's a way of moving, a discipline of silence. The serval, with its long legs and spotted coat, glides through the grass almost noiselessly, pausing only when the wind favors its approach. Even the mighty crocodile, a relic of ancient times, becomes a floating log in the murky waters, barely disturbing the surface as it waits for the perfect moment to strike. Gap 2S. The art of camouflage is a dance of shadows and light, where survival hinges on the ability to remain unseen. It is a testament to nature's ingenuity, a constant arms race between those who hunt and those who must avoid being hunted. Gap 2S. In this silent contest, victory does not always go to the strongest or fastest, but often to the most invisible. The savanna's true masters are those who have learned to disappear, their presence felt only in the fleeting rustle of grass or the sudden silence that falls when danger is near. Gap 2S. As the sun climbs higher and the day unfolds, the hidden dramas of camouflage continue, unseen by most, but vital to the heartbeat of the wild. In this world, to be invisible is to be alive. Gap 2S. As the relentless African sun scorches the land, water becomes the most precious resource of all. Across the savanna, a single waterhole transforms into a stage, a place where life and death intertwine each day. Here, predator and prey are drawn together, their fates bound by thirst and necessity. Gap 2S. Herds of wildebeest and zebra approach with caution, their senses alert to every shadow and ripple. The promise of cool relief is tempered by the knowledge that danger could be lurking nearby. Elephants, the undisputed giants of the plains, stride in with confidence, their sheer size granting them priority. With every trunk full of water, they remind the others of the silent hierarchy that rules the water's edge. Gap 2S. But beneath the tranquil surface, ancient crocodiles lie in wait. They are patient, motionless, their eyes just above the waterline. When an impala dares to drink, one sudden burst breaks the stillness. A powerful jaw snaps shut, and the struggle is over in seconds. The waterhole is unforgiving, rewarding only those who are vigilant, swift, or simply lucky. Gap 2S. Lions, too, are drawn to the congregation of prey. They crouch in the tall grass, calculating every move. A single misstep from a gazelle can trigger the explosive chase, the outcome determined by a heartbeat and a burst of speed. Yet even the apex predators must contend with competition. Hyenas and wild dogs skulk at the fringes, waiting for scraps or an opening to steal a meal. Gap 2S. The drama doesn't end with the hunt. As the sun dips low and shadows lengthen, tensions rise. Baboons squabble over the last muddy puddles while buffalo form defensive circles, horns out, deterring would-be attackers. At night, the waterhole belongs to new rulers, leopards stalking silently, and owls swooping low in search of unwary rodents. Gap 2S. Every visit to the waterhole is a gamble, a moment where survival depends on courage, caution, and sometimes pure chance. Here, alliances shift, rivals clash, and the delicate balance of the wild is put on display for all who dare to gather. In this crucible of life, every sip can be a risk, and every shadow a threat. Gap 2S. At the waterhole, the savanna reveals its most dramatic stories. It is a place of tension and release where the cycle of life and death plays out beneath the watchful eyes of the wild. Across the vast African wilderness, life is a tapestry. Each thread woven from the stories of countless creatures, each moment part of a greater, unending cycle. The journey begins with new life. A wildebeest calf, trembling on unsteady legs, takes its first steps under the watchful gaze of its mother. Nearby, a lioness gently nudges her cubs out of the den, teaching them the ways of survival in a world both beautiful and perilous. Gap 2S. As the seasons shift, these young animals grow, learning from every experience. They chase, stumble, and rise again, their instincts sharpened by the land itself. Giraffe calves learn to stretch for the highest leaves, while elephant calves splash in muddy pools, discovering the importance of family bonds. Gap 2S. Every life is interwoven with others. When a zebra falls to a predator, its sacrifice sustains not only the lions but also scavengers and eventually the earth itself. Vultures, jackals, and even the tiniest insects ensure that nothing goes to waste, returning nutrients to the soil and feeding the grasses that nourish the herds. Gap 2S. Death is never the end here. It is the beginning of renewal, an essential part of the savanna's rhythm. Seeds dropped by grazing antelope take root in the fertile ground, watered by the rains and shaded by ancient acacia trees. From these seeds new life will one day emerge, continuing the endless dance of survival. Gap 2S. In the African wild, every creature, predator and prey, great and small, plays a vital role. Their lives are linked in ways both subtle and profound, forming a circle that has no true beginning or end. Here the legacy of each animal endures, carried forward in the heartbeat of the land itself. Gap 2S. As the sun sets and the stars awaken, the savanna hums with quiet promise. The circle of life continues unbroken and eternal, sustaining the wild heart of Africa for generations yet to come.